But no, of course there's troubles. But I'll tell you what it is. You get better at coping with the troubles. You get better at coping with the issues. So something that 5 years ago would go wrong and something that would overwhelm me now is a blip. It no longer overwhelms me because as the problems have compounded to get bigger and bigger, I've gotten better at handling them.
Ciao guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm super happy today to have here a friend and a mentor, Jon Penberthy. How John?
Yeah, good man. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. So, John, could you please describe yourself with a quick introduction, because probably a few people don't know who you are, because this video will be for my Italian YouTube channel and not only, but can you just spend a few seconds to describe yourself and what you do?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, my name's Jon Penberthy. I live very close to London in the UK. I have a marketing education company and consultancy called ADClients.com. And we have scaled over the past few years to some pretty cool numbers. We're doing some big things and it's very, very exciting.
Great. I'm super curious. I already know the answer, but I'm sure that my audience is super curious about when all start and how did you start everything you do today, your business, your company?
Yeah, absolutely. So I got started first straight out of school, which would have been about 14 years ago now. I left school with this idea that I wanted to start a business. I didn't want to necessarily go and work for someone else. I wanted to create something for myself and by myself, right? And so started the journey. And I kind of got started by washing cars around the neighborhood and doing gardening for neighbors, things like that. Just doing something to earn my own money. And then I found eBay.
Okay.
As some people have as well, and you kind of learn to buy and sell stuff on eBay, make a bit of money there. And then I started to wholesale things from China and sell them on eBay. And so that was making me a little bit of money, nothing to write home about, but making something. And then how I really got onto this digital marketing side of things, which obviously for the context of everyone listening, we really focus on selling high ticket coaching and consulting services. That's what we focus on at the moment. And I got into the digital space selling things like that because I purchased an online course myself, Al, from a guy who was going to teach me how to grow my eBay business.
Okay.
And I still remember it today. It was $67. And it felt like a lot of money to me at the time. I'm super young, not made any money yet. $67. I thought, right, I'm really investing in myself. And I bought this course. I went through it. Whether it was good or bad is kind of irrelevant, because the thing that stood out to me was at the end of the program, the guy said, hey, if you've enjoyed this course, then here's a referral link and you can refer other people to my program and I'll give you a commission. And I looked at the commission and he was offering 50%. I thought, 50% commission? How's he affording that? I'm making about 10% margins or 15% margins selling stuff on eBay. And then it suddenly clocked. It's because it's a digital product. There's no shipping costs, no handling costs, no production costs. So that got me on the journey of affiliate marketing. I just canceled all the eBay stuff I was doing straight away, and I pursued affiliate marketing. I found products that I could promote on behalf of someone else, get a commission, and started doing really well at that actually, and start to make some great money. And then everything has snowballed from there.
Wow. Amazing story. eBay was a starting point for a lot of people, to be honest. It was a precursor. It was amazing. And have you got a moment where you say in your career, in your journey, when you said, I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit everything. Because a lot of people is curious when they see successful people. I don't know why, but people think, oh, they don't have bad moments. They only, have only good moments. So I'm so curious about this. Have you got a moment when you say that, okay, now I wanted to quit. This is not my journey. This is not my stuff. And how how can I say, how you decided to continue instead quit?
Yes. Well, so that's a great follow-up question you just asked there, because that was part of what I was going to say is I've had that feeling, but I've never acted on that
Mm.
feeling, right? So you have to find a way to fight through that for the greater good of, where you're going and what you're wanting to achieve. I've definitely had that feeling. I've had it at various points. Obviously, you're in my expansion mastermind, and we've talked about this, right? We've one of the things we do behind closed doors is we get real about what's really going on behind the scenes, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. So you are very, very right in the sense that it can always look fantastic on the outside, and everyone likes to portray this Instagram look, right? That
Yeah.
everything's perfect and everything's
Yeah.
photoshopped and the business is great. But no, of course there's troubles. But I'll tell you what it is. You get better at coping with the troubles. You get better at coping with the issues. So something that 5 years ago would go wrong and something that would overwhelm me now is a blip. It no longer overwhelms me, because as the problems have compounded to get bigger and bigger, I've gotten better at handling them. So I will give you a couple of examples. There's a time where I felt like quitting and giving up when I was doing my affiliate marketing,
Okay.
and I had found a strategy that was working quite well. And what I was doing was I was promoting simple, short little videos that would refer someone's product, and I would target those videos to a specific key phrase or a keyword that someone's typing in on Google. And this was back when Google SEO was really easy. It's not easy anymore, but it was truly very easy. I could pick a keyword that I wanted to rank for, like, I don't know, how to lose weight or how to burn belly fat or how to train a dog or whatever the case may be. And I could upload a video that was fully tailored for that keyword. And I could sometimes be ranked in 15 minutes. My video would be at the top of Google search, top of YouTube search. And then when everyone searches for that keyword, they land on my video. I say, hey, if you're interested in learning about this, then here's a product that could help. And I'll pick up some affiliate commissions. I got to a point where I was making about 10 grand a month. I was about 19, 20, and I was pretty happy with that. But everything I was doing was from this one YouTube channel.
Mm.
And then what ended up happening was I had my YouTube account shut down.
No.
Because back then, although to get videos ranked was quite easy and SEO was easy, it was also easy for your competitors to attack you. And essentially what would happen is they would flag. I don't know if you remember this, but there used to be a little flag option on a video. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Flag a video.
I remember.
So people could just flag the video and say, I don't like it. And if enough people flagged it, they'd take it down. And if enough people flagged enough videos, they'd take your channel down. So I remember waking up one morning and my YouTube channel had been disabled and taken down. And, overnight, I mean, like 10K might have just gone, just zero. And then I checked one day, zero, next day, zero, because that was the only source of traffic. I remember that was a moment where I was like, this entrepreneur thing's really friggin' hard. And maybe I should just go back and get a job, get a reliable salary. But of course I didn't, but I had that feeling. And then, but now it's like things like that, you learn from them and you adapt differently. So what's the big lesson in that? Well, the big lesson in that was I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I had relied on one platform that is outside of my control to run my business. Well, that wasn't sensible. So then I fixed that issue and I've never made that mistake again. And so then every time there's something like that, you just continue to adapt and you get better at responding to them. And of course, we've spoken, me and you, Al, about even the issues at this level. I mean, I'm not saying this to brag or to boast. I'm saying this to just emphasize the point that now our company's on track to do close to $1 million this month. So we are much larger than we used to be, but the problem is just much bigger. Right? But so the problems don't go away, they just get bigger. But I believe the character that you build and the way you respond to those issues, you just get better and better. So I would actually say that I would respond to a much bigger issue now. I'd respond better to it now than I would have done with a smaller mistake or a smaller issue a while ago. So there's a long-winded answer. The answer to your question is yes, I have had that feeling. I've never acted on it. And I also seek to learn lessons from when those situations arise.
Yeah, you share a lot of things, important things, like, for example, the problems never end. They become bigger. Because
Yep.
sometimes people think, okay, when I go there, when I reach that point, that goal, I will never get worried about something or get other
Yeah.
problems. But the reality is different. The problem became bigger. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the mindset is very important to manage everything. I think.
Really important, man. I mean, I used to think that mindset stuff was nonsense. Sort your mindset out. I'm thinking, well, why tell me to sort my mindset out? I don't have any money. And so I've got to focus on making some money. But I realize now, actually, it's true. It's so important. In fact, if you want to get to the next level of success, or even perhaps to the first level of success, you often have to put habits and routines in place that are almost helping you become the person you would need to be for that level of success before you even get there. And I used to hear this and it didn't make sense to me. And there's probably going to be some viewers that watch this video that doesn't make sense to them too. They're just thinking,
Yeah.
this Jon guy, this Al, they're just talking nonsense. I'm going to forget that bit that they just mentioned there. But truly, you get to a level where you look back and you realize, oh, that was actually true.
Yeah.
That was actually true. I needed to build in habits now to present who I want to be moving forward. Because quite frankly, the person who I used to be 5 years ago wouldn't be able to run the company I'm running now.
Yeah.
Just
Same story for me. Same story for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And last question, but it's very important for my audience for the Italian market, and I'm sure that it's important for the international marketing. How do you see the future of digital marketing?
Yeah, good question.
I can be more specific and ask you, how do you think how much do you think will be important ChatGPT and AI in the digital marketing era?
Yeah, got it. Well, I think a couple of things. I think AI is becoming very prominent. It's something that we're already using in our businesses a lot. It's not going away. You can either fight it or you can ride the wave. And I think we need to ride the wave, because if we try and fight it, you're just going to get left behind. It's not one of those things that we can, and I'm not saying I even want to, but the people that perhaps are against it, don't like it, more traditional, they don't like where this is all going. If they try to fight it, this isn't one of those things where enough people come together to, raise a sign that says, hey, and then it's perhaps going to go away. No, this is never going away. This is the direction
Yeah.
that we're going. So you have to embrace it and you have to ride the wave. So those that are going to be successful in the years to come are going to be the people that embrace it and learn how to leverage it and use it properly. It's fascinating. I mean, we just had our ADCon event in London, right? And
Yes.
we needed to. You will have signed it. You signed a media release form. Yeah, that's we're happy for your video, sorry, your image and likeness to be used in our promotional videos. Well, were in need of that media release form, and I was just about to go digging through the archives to find an old media release form we've used in the past. I was going to task some members of my team to do some research. We're going to hire, a solicitor to just write that up for us, make sure it's legally binding and everything needs to be perfect. Anyway, I suddenly hold on a minute, ChatGPT.
Yeah, just ChatGPT is the answer for a lot of things.
I went to ChatGPT and I said, we're hosting a conference in London. It's called ADCon. It's the May 16th to the 18th. Here's who's coming. Here's what type of businesses they have. We need a media release form that specifies that they're going to sign that document to allow us to use their image and likeness in promotional videos. I'd like you to justify why we need to get them to sign this thing. I'd like you to make it legally binding, but also quite light-hearted at the same time. Anyway, hit submit perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, better than me or anyone on the team could have put together.
Yeah.
So, and these are just simple, silly examples. So it's going this way. So that's one thing on the AI side of things. The second thing I think is really important to answer your question of where is digital marketing going. The people that understand good marketing, messaging, and positioning are going to win over the people that are trying to find gimmicks, hacks, and loopholes, right? There's always, stuff being preached on kind of, I found a little Facebook loophole to get traffic, or I found this little hack to do this, that, and the other, or, that's not going to be sustainable long term. The people that truly understand, how do I create and present a message to an audience that moves them into action? If you learn how to do that, you'll succeed on any platform. So YouTube and Facebook are still the kings at the moment, right? But that won't always be the case, because they'll move on to where Coca-Cola and Virgin and big companies like that are just eating up the budget. Eating up the available ad space, so that it's going to push the smaller people out, the direct response marketers out. But there's other emerging platforms, TikTok's up and coming. It's cheaper now. There's opportunity on other platforms that have been neglected for a while. Maybe people are now starting to focus on it again, like LinkedIn. And there'll be more. If we have this conversation in 3 years' time, there'll be new platforms that emerge.
Yeah, for sure.
And so if we can understand good marketing messaging, then we'll win, because we can just take those skills onto other platforms. So I think that's a really, really important thing for, moving forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what will you tell to someone who wants to start taking the first steps in this world? Which is suggestion.
Keep pushing forward. Keep focusing on what it is that you're wanting to do and why you're wanting to do it. You're going to have days before you're successful where you do feel like giving up, as we've spoken about. You're going to have days where it doesn't feel worth it. So, but the reality is you have to push past that feeling to get to the place that's successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talk about in one of our programs, we talk about the fact that you've got to embrace this feeling of discomfort, because the good stuff's on the other side of it. And so otherwise you just keep resetting. Let's say you're trying to make a journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you just start to push, you feel just uncomfortable, and then you retreat. And then a few days later you start again, and then you retreat. You're constantly just having these little nudges, but you have to push past the discomfort to get to the next level. So that's super important, and it's going to be the reason why you're wanting to build the business that will keep you moving forward. If you don't have a strong enough reason why you're doing it, then that's where it just won't seem worth it. I mean, why would it be? If it's just to make a bit of money, you can make a bit of money in loads of areas. Mm-hmm. So if it's just to make money, it's not going to be a big enough driver. So you've got to have a bigger driver. And I guess I'd also just say that there is great opportunity still now. So, don't doubt that whatever idea it is that you're looking to launch, or the direction you're trying to go, that the opportunity's dried up, you've missed the boat, you're too late. No, opportunity is here in abundance. And it doesn't matter how expensive ad costs get, it doesn't matter how much competition there is always going to be new opportunities. So learn and train your mind to spot and take action on opportunities.
Wow. Amazing answer. Amazing answer. So Jon, thank you very much for this interview, for your time. I was super happy when I saw your message that you accept. So thank you very much. And how can I say? Thank you, grazie.
You're very welcome, man. I appreciate you having me, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Ciao, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.